Brother Maynard, bring up the holy hand grenade. 1, 2, 5.
Please, sir.
3.
Arm yourselves, America. This is Defenders Live.
Hey, here comes the danger up in this club. When we get started, man, we ain't gonna stop. We gonna turn it out till it gets too hot. Everybody sing, hey, tell 'em turn it out till they get no more. Let's get this thing shaking like a disco ball. This is your last warning, I'm gonna see go. I am not afraid of the storm that comes my way. When it hits, it shakes me to the core and makes me stronger than before. It's not a question about trust, but we stand with us.
Hi.
Huh?
Hi.
Oh, hi. Hi.
You seem slightly miffed.
Do I?
You do. There was a little bit of a lag. Usually I'm setting up the watch party and everything. You kind of seem a bit
there.
Slightly a bit miffed or
Huh?
something wrong.
I don't know, man. Is your cell phone okay?
Well, it is now.
It is now. Okay, so your cell phone's fine, right?
It is now. Yes. Yes.
You're.
Yes.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I think are you referring to the other day?
Yeah.
The no show.
Mm-hmm.
At the TRA Grand Opening.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So let me get this straight, right? Okay. Last minute.
Mm-hmm. I was
2 weeks ago, no show at Cookout. Bad sushi.
Yes.
Bad sushi, right?
It was good going down, but it did not.
It was not good going back up. And this week, this week is you lost your cell phone?
Well, lost is more like it took a swim.
Took a swim.
Yes. My 2-year-old son, he was playing with it when I was getting ready to get dressed. I was ready on Saturday to head out the door and dump him off and go. And I come out of the bedroom and he come running out of the bathroom, and the next thing I know, I see my phone, on a 3-hour tour. And so
So you didn't have your skipper with you?
No, just Gilligan. And I went to try and get it replaced. And
you know what? We're going to put the past behind us. Okay. It is what it is. We had a great time.
I heard.
We had a great time. Megan from up in the northern areas, she decided to come down for the entire weekend, and we had Virginia Jackhole, we had the Mojo Groupies, we had a bunch of people running through. We had a great time.
I heard the groupie was there. I heard a lot of good sales. Somebody won a gun.
Yeah. Oh man, it was such a great gun too. A Ruger SR-22 North Carolina flag imprint on it. Actually, I believe that was Groupie and her family.
Yeah. Which yay! Congratulations to them for winning.
Yay. Yeah.
So that's good.
Like
that's good.
we were, we got the signs.
Yes.
We had lumpies.
The signs.
This is not only you were the freaking person who said we should do this.
I know. But I can't. My phone. Like I couldn't do anything without the phone.
What are you, 5?
Yes, I'm 5.
You're
I'm
5.
not 5.
You're 5. My daughter says the same crap.
but I work on my phone. I do.
Oh, I work on my phone too. You TikTok on your phone.
I phone on my phone. I do.
You TikTok on your phone.
Actually, I don't. I do more research and find articles like the ones we have for tonight.
Sure.
Or on my phone.
Uh-huh. Fine. You know what? All right.
Everybody's
all right.
mad. Believe me,
All right.
I heard it most of the week.
Okay.
The whole weekend. I got it.
I had to say something.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, 5 minutes in.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to the show, everybody. This is Defenders Live, Mojo 50. You can check us out over at the iHeartRadios, Mojo 50. You can go to mojo50.com. We're on the TV side over there. You can listen to us anywhere that you can listen to podcasts or anything else that you like to listen on. We're pretty much on every one of those platforms is there.
That's true.
Oh my gosh. Yes, Rocky. You heard laughter, and that happened to be my wife in the background because she doesn't hear me giving the business to Dylan very often. So it's she's got a pretty loud laugh. It's sharp.
Well, I'm glad you heard it.
High-pitched and
I couldn't hear it over getting my ass chewed.
yeah, well, high-pitched and cute. So that's how this goes. Anyway, find us anywhere that you want to go to, and also comment, talk to us on the socials. So any of those socials, it's at DOAE Show, at DOAE Show. Hashtag arm yourselves. Hashtag arm yourselves. I don't care how you capitalize, but you better spell it right.
Do you want to get striked?
Exactly. And I am this close to striking Dylan through the computer screen, so check me out. Hashtag arm yourselves.
Cash you outside. How about that?
I will cash you outside. How about that? All night long.
All night long. All night.
And if you want to comment on anything else about Dylan being absent or where's the AI or hashtag hologram lives matter, maybe you should join us on the Twitters there. Also,
MeWe's.
Yeah. Hashtag Free Ranger.
Yes.
If you know anything about some of our followers and listeners and things like that, we have a listener who happens to have a dog named Ranger, and he put him in the kennel put her in the kennel for chewing on his shoes or something like that. Hashtag Free Ranger. Dog's gonna be a dog. It's a puppy.
Puppy gonna do what a puppy gonna do.
Hashtag Free Ranger. It's a puppy. Let it go.
Let it go.
Yeah, that. All right. And you can also go to patriotmobile.com/mojo50, where you can find some of the best cell phone service out there. By that, I mean literally some of the best cell phone service I've had in quite many years. I've had Sprint for a very long time, and surprisingly, I switched to Patriot Mobile, and suddenly my signal gets stronger. My data works better. I have signal in areas that nobody else does. It's like, I don't know, Sprint was somehow limiting my service, even though I was paying them an arm and a leg. What? I know, right? So I switched to Patriot Mobile. It's the only conservative cell phone company out there. It's veteran-led. They've given over $2 million of your money to help support causes that you believe in. Yeah, we're talking about pro-life, Second Amendment, secure the borders, traditional family values, freedom of speech, all of those things that you believe in, that you want to support, they believe in, and they want to support. Check them out today. Go to patriotmobile.com/mojo50. That's patriotmobile.com/mojo50. If you use the promo code Come On Over, you can get a free month of service after you've been with them for 3. Promo code Come On Over, patriotmobile.com/mojo50.
That's true.
Yay. Okay. So we found somebody else that Steven is equally mad about. Or mad at.
What?
Freshman Republican, or Republican. She is not a Republican. Freshman Representative Ilhan Omar on Saturday questioned the patriotism of American-born citizens, claiming she, quote, probably loves this country more than anyone who is naturally born, end quote, in the United States.
You lying sack of shit.
You lying liar who lies.
Yeah, I was going to go there, but I needed to be a little bit deeper for this one.
He's still angry at me, so we're venting. This is where I'm the good kid now.
Yeah, you're still not the good kid. You're just not in the crosshairs at the moment. All right, that's how this works.
Omar participated in a foreign policy panel at the Liberal Netroots Nation conference in Philadelphia. When she made her comment, Omar began her remarks by making light of her past anti-Semitic comments and the backlash that has resulted from them.
Okay, stop.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to make light of your past anti-Semitic comments while calling the president a Nazi, while calling his supporters Nazis, while then continuing on with your anti-Semitism, being an Islamicist, being illegal, or at least allowing or breaking national or international law by getting your brother, quote unquote, married to you, then getting him into the country illegally so that he could get a visa on a marriage license that isn't valid. You are legally unable to be a representative because you do not live in the house that you claimed was the house that you stayed in, which happened to be in the area that you are now a representative of. So you're an illegitimate representative. You're illegitimately, you've broken national laws about bringing people in the country. So that's twice that you've broken our federal laws.
That we know of.
You are not patriotic.
Yeah.
In
and I want to go
the
back.
tiniest way.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I want to go back to the making light of past anti-Semitic comments. How do you make light of past anti-Semitic comments? Isn't that kind of like, I don't know, David Duke making light of the fact of his stance on race?
Yeah.
You know, I'm part of the Klan, but you know what? It was just a club, you know.
Guys, look. I know. I was part of the Klan. I happened to run a few things. I was the big shot, big kahuna. Yeah, whatever. It's not a big deal.
You know, may or may not have burned a cross here or there, you know, but it was the 67, it was the 70s and the 80s. That's kind of what we did. We didn't have the internet.
Not a big deal, right?
That's making light of it. There are just certain things you
can't make light of that.
No, we can make light of me being a no-show for the second or third time to an event.
Yeah, right.
We can make light of that. It sucks and people are pissed, and I got that part, but we can make light of that. You can't make light of the fact that you've taken a demographic of people and you have completely just showed total hatred for these people and then act like, oh, it's no big deal. Because you're turning around, as Stephen pointed out, and doing the exact same thing and claiming the president is doing the exact same thing. And he can't, as you so eloquently tried to make light of it, he doesn't get to make light of it at all. And you're going to drum him out of office if you possibly could, which you can't, but whatever.
Trump can't make light of comments that he made about people that were, it was private conversations. He can't make light about those things, but you can make light about public comments that you've made about anti-Semitic remarks.
Oh, it gets better. Quote, something that I get criticized for all the time. It's not what you think, so don't gasp, Omar said, prompting laughter from the panel. Because that's, it's funny. It's funny to me.
It's your headdress, right? You get criticized for your headdress all the time.
It's the wrap. She's got a little bit of hair poking out, and people point at it and say, "Hey,
I can't believe somebody let you get out of the house like that."
I know. God, you would think her husband would be a little bit stricter about that kind of stuff.
I know, right? I mean,
continuing on with it though. So the thing that she has gotten laughter out of and thought that it would be funny for is, quote, it's that I'm anti-American because I criticize the United States. I believe, as an immigrant, I probably love this country more than anyone that is naturally born, and because I am ashamed of it continuing to live in its hypocrisies.
Sorry, stop.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
No, you're not. You are using this country to better yourself, to get yourself into a position that you can get into the country, infiltrate it, and then corrupt it even worse. You are not in love with this country. If you were in love with this country, you would actually understand what our foundations were. You would understand that the foundational principles that you stand upon are completely opposed to the United States.
Yeah. At best, she is maneuvering herself to set herself up for, comfort and everything, and taking care of herself and chasing the golden calf, as it were. That's at best. She is completely selfish. At worst, she is, like you said, she is infiltrating to just further corrupt and destroy America from within.
Yes.
Those are the only two options. This woman has no desire whatsoever to do anything for her constituents, who are the people who she supposedly represents.
Right.
Nothing. She has no care about them. She actually has the nerve to say, "I am better than you."
It's not just the nerve to say. She's just straight up. Yeah.
Yeah, she does, and it's.
She's saying that she's better than you. Why? Because she found people who are willing to put her up as a figurehead in a position. In a position, what they consider a position of power, even though it is the lowliest of low positions of servitude that we have in this country.
Supposed to be. She went on to talk about how people ask her why she can't be, quote, more like an American, end quote, noting that it used to be a very positive thing. She stated, quote, "We export American exceptionalism, the great America, the land of liberty and justice. If you ask anyone walking on the side of the street somewhere in the middle of the world, they will tell you America is great, but we don't live those values here. That hypocrisy is one that I am bothered by. I want America the great to be America the great."
There is only two places in which this woman has really ever lived in America.
Yep.
That's in her home area, in the Minnesota area, which is predominantly Muslim now, in the area that she's in, and D.C., the most corrupt swamp of an area possible.
Yes, and
she lives in that.
Look, people make such a big deal about her and how wonderful she is, and one of the reasons why she has the platform she does and she was elected is because she is the first Somali American elected to Congress.
Yeah, well, you know what? The first black Americans to be elected to Congress were before the Civil War.
Yeah, that's why they have to go by Somalia. See, I have a problem with this, and I get it. It'll
and they
never
were
get
Republican.
changed. But if you can't be a natural citizen, or if you can't be president without being a natural citizen, I think the same thing should apply for any other level of government.
No, I don't think so.
Outside of state and local, I think. You want to start talking about representatives like this? This is my humble opinion, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just because I'm really pissed off at this heifer, and so I'm like, because I see her, my emotions are saying, annex it, cut it off, be done with it, stop this now. But yeah, you have someone who has come in here, who has got these viewpoints, who under the guise of, oh, we're trying to take care of our country, and as I love my country more than anyone else, and no. No, you don't.
No, you don't.
You absolutely do not, and I can guarantee it, because there isn't a person who loves this country that says this country sucks. Does America have its problems? Abso-damn-lutely. Do we all have things that we all need to work on? Abso-damn-lutely. But everybody, a good majority of everyone who truly loves America, says we need to get back to where we were, not completely fundamentally change it.
There is no such thing as fundamental transformation if you love our country and what we are. Because if you love our country and what we are, what we represent across the world, then what you want is you want us to move back toward the foundational settings that we had, not move forward and progress into some mush socialist, quote-unquote, utopia, dystopian era that's going to kill all of us.
Yep.
Asking for a friend Jackal over on the Twitter says, Do any representatives really care about their constituents?
Good point.
No.
Good point.
No.
All of them are, like I said, at best, they're trying to line their pockets and prepare themselves for comfort and ease in their elder years, and at worst, they're trying to further corrupt and destroy the system.
Right. So here's how I see this. Ilhan Omar comes out and says, "I love my country, but I want to change everything about it." Is like a woman telling her friends about her quote unquote man.
Yep.
That she's dating at the time. Oh,
he's so smart. So
I
funny.
love my man. I love my man. I'm just going to change everything about him. You can't change him.
Yeah. Or you don't love him. It's one of the two.
Right. You don't actually love him. You love the idea of him. Yeah. But you love the idea of him beyond your like inside of your thoughts. You don't like him. And that's why you have to change him. That's why you have to change America. That's why you want to change, because you like the idea of what you can make America, but you don't like the idea of what America actually is. It's called reality versus your crap. Yeah.
More people live in this reality, life would not be so crappy.
That's true. That's true. Speaking of living in our reality is it's very hot.
It is.
It is crazy hot. I don't even want to walk outside right now. But, you know, it might help if I had a cat cooler.
I would. I keep telling you, dude, I'm looking at it. I think the show needs to buy a cat cooler, and we'll take turns with it. We'll share it.
I think we can do that. I think the show does need a cat cooler. We can get an emblem. We can get the Mojo. We can get the Defender's Eagle. We can get the Jackholes all up on there because it's completely customizable. It's 100% customizable. It's also rugged. It keeps your ice cold for up to 7 days. Made in the United States. Comes in 5 different colors, and they have a lifetime warranty on them.
That's true.
It is true. You can check them out today if you go to catcoolers.com. Go to catcoolers.com. Use a promo code Steven. That's STEVEN in the checkout, and you can get 10% off on the discount. That's catcoolers.com. Promo code Steven. Get 10% off. Check them out today, folks. They are amazing. They are a great American company. I do want one.
I'm telling you, I'm thinking we might do that if for no other reason than to help with promo stuff. When I was about to say when we go to events, but apparently when you go to events.
When I go to events and you somehow magically don't appear anymore. You're talking about, okay, if we ever have a speaking engagement, is it going to be me just walking up on stage expecting to have a duo thing and like having to go solo this entire time?
No, well, we might preemptively prepare and have like a laptop computer, or we could do like a ventriloquist dummy.
You're telling me I'm going to have to hologram you,
or either that or get a ventriloquist dummy, because that would be even funnier.
Son of a gun! I hate you.
Then I could sit here and if I don't show, then I could try and spend something and maybe have like a pre-recorded something, and you put the microphone and come out of it. I think if I know I will be next time. I just saying I.
Next time, look. If there is a next time,
there may not be.
I'm going to come to your house and drag you out. I'm going to prove that you are real one day.
Because nobody believes it. Doc Thompson got run over by an Amtrak at Dylan Lyles. Heifer, at least you didn't call her a sow.
Shy boy in IA says, are you guys aware that her district is called Little Mogadishu?
Yes, we are kind of
there.
Yes. Yes, over on the Facebooks on the watch party over there, they don't like Omar. Let's just go from there. There's some. She needs to be deported. She must go. They want Al Qaeda to come get her. It's.
Yeah.
We're not the only ones who sees this.
Yes, all of that crap. All right. That sound means that it's time for commercial break, so we're going to take one. We'll be right back right after this. Virginia Jackal says, "Let him pay for the cat cooler. Never let him let him use it."
That probably I can see that happening actually.
Well,
Doc Thompson got run over by an Amtrak. Cat cooler with a picture of Dylan Lyles in yoga pants on it.
No.
What?
I want to actually go into the cat cooler. I don't want to be afraid of it.
Yeah. You don't want to be repulsed by it. That's something like you make a magnet of and put on your refrigerator. Are you having problems trying to maintain weight? Are you having a weight problem?
Just put this picture on anything you want to eat.
Let me know. We'll print up whatever. Give me the dimensions for your refrigerator.
I will give you a decal that fits.
Oh, and then that way y'all can sit there and go, "Oh, I'm hungry. I want some."
Never mind.
Oh, I don't want it now. I'm good.
You know what? I'm really hungry. Well, let's go over to the fridge. You're welcome. Not only will you not be hungry anymore, but you also will have bulimia.
And see, this is how I know. This is how I know that I made Virginia mad, because she keeps putting that damn picture up between her and Jen Torres. Oh my God.
Well, Jen just likes to take the crotch shot and zoom in.
Yeah, she does. I don't know. It's. I mean, there's nothing there. It's just. I'm all personality. It's.
There's nothing there.
There's nothing there. It's all personality.
I'm not going to walk into that one at all. I'm just going to let that stay.
You're just going to let it hang there?
Yep.
Ew. That's just nasty.
You did that one.
I did. There's photographic proof.
Don is asking, so we're going to wrap fridges now? Yes. All right, we're coming right back. Hold on.
The mighty Mojo 50.
Defenders Live, Mojo 50 Radio. We're back in business from the commercial break, getting everything back into groove here. You know, we have some other stuff to talk about, but I just kind of want to throw this up and let it fly.
Let the freak flag fly.
Yep.
Okay.
Black British actress Lashana Lynch is now tapped to become the new 007. And I quote, "This is a Bond for the modern era."
Shut up. Shut the hell up. It's not Bond for the modern era, because if you read the article just a teensy bit, a little bit further, it actually goes in to say that this is not actually Bond, that
Right.
they have retired Bond. Bond is basically, air quotes, giving his blessing, and he is moving on. And this lady, this trollop, has come in and is going to take over.
All right. Hold on. Don't vent your frustration out on her. This isn't her idea. She just happens to be the actress. She's a very nice-looking actress, and I'm sure she's a great actress. Yes. She is not a trollop. She just happens to be picked for the role.
All right, fine. You're right. I apologize to the trollop for calling her such. It is not her fault. She was given the opportunity. I need to be pissed off at the people who own the 007's franchise. Basically, Hollywood in general. Tinseltown.
Yeah. Well, this is more the UK stuff. So according to The Guardian, the upcoming Bond 25 film will revolutionize the classic spy franchise in a big way by having black British actress Lashana Lynch take the coveted secret agent number after Daniel Craig's James Bond leaves MI6.
No, I'm sorry. I have a problem with this, because let's pretend, and these documentaries, the James Bond documentaries, have gone on for 50 plus years. These chronicle the man, the myth, the legend. You don't do all of these amazing things, defeat all of these amazing villains, these horrific villains, save the world all of these times, only to turn around and not have your jersey hung in the rafters and retired. You as a person will retire, and your number will as well.
Yes, as with every other 00 agent number, it is always retired with the agent.
Yes. So this lady, and again, not her fault, it's the writers. all they're doing is pandering and ass kissing to try and, oh, look, we're the modern age. We're so progressive. Look at us. No, you're pandering. You're trying to kiss other people's asses because you think that's the right trend. And I hate to tell you this is going to ride well for a little bit. And then it's going to die. And it's going to crash hard. And you're going to turn around and be left hanging with nothing. There's so many there. You just.
That's 2 or 3 in there.
There's at least 3 or 4. But anyway, you're going to get to a point where when all of this fades and things go back to some semblance of normalcy, you're going to be left in behind. Nobody's going to want anything to do with you. No one's going to trust you. No one's going to watch your crap because they know that you're nothing but a giant fake who's just trying to propagandize people. That's it.
Right. And you even have, like, people are really pushing this as hard as they can because they understand that it's going to be such a big issue going into it. And just like so when I looked at this, the one thing that I saw after reading the entire thing, the title 007 is now the next Doctor Who.
Yes.
Now, it always has been, basically. It's the secret agent spy version of Doctor Who. You know, you have the guy that comes in, and then he changes his face every, 10 years.
Yeah.
Because they get a new actor, because either, the old style was, the actor is too old, and we need a new actor. We need a new Bond because the actor's too old. He just doesn't represent it anymore. Or, as it is now, the other actors weren't doing it. They wanted a different actor, so they got Daniel Craig, who's already old, because they wanted old retired Bond.
Yes. It was a little weird. They went backwards on that one.
Yeah. They wanted old retired Bond, but they also wanted Bond old retired and also just getting into the business or just getting his double agent number, which is really weird. So anyway, all that aside, 00, your 00 title, in the series of movies, the 00 title was never passed down to anybody. You were designated the 00. It was your name.
Yes.
In all official documentation, it became your name.
James Bond is 007.
Right.
Period. Full stop. Michael Jordan for the Bulls is number 23.
And they retired the number.
They retired the number. You can't go in there, and I don't give a damn if Jesus Christ himself came down for the Bulls and started playing. He doesn't get number 23 because that number has been retired. The same thing applies here.
Right.
And to sit here and do this, and I told Steven, the reason why they did this ultimately was because they knew that if they turned around and said, oh, look, we're just going to make James Bond a female, people would lose their minds.
They already did that. It was called Atomic Blonde. It was a terrible. It was an okay action film, but it had no reception.
Yes, and it's that whole they knew they had to try to appease everyone. So by doing that, we're going to retire the guy, but the number still stays. No, that's not how that works.
Right. Rough Roads Ahead over on the MeWe says James Bond could have saved the world in half the time if he would have been sprinting in combat flip-flops.
This is very true. Asking for a friend, Jackal over on Twitter said, so they want to destroy a classic franchise in the name of being woke.
Yes.
That's exactly what's happening.
That's exactly what's happening. And since we mentioned combat flip-flops, we might as well talk about them because, he's talking about sprinting, but they're bad for running.
And they are bad for running.
And they're worse for fighting because they're flip-flops. They used to be called thongs.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, why is it bad? Because little piggies are exposed.
Well, no, it's because there's the little thong in between your big toe and your second toe.
Why is it bad for fighting is because your little piggies are exposed.
Oh, right. But there used to be called thongs because they have the piece in between. That piece in between destroys all of my stuff. It really does.
There goes the corner.
There goes corner of my screen. It destroys all of my stuff.
All of it.
That's just what it is.
It just happens. But anyway.
Yeah.
Cat go as he fixes that. Combat flip-flops. You will never find a better form of flip-flop. And I say that because these flip-flops are not just your regular flip-flops. This is not just stuff you go down to Walmart or you go to DSW or wherever to get flip-flops. These flip-flops are flip-flops with a purpose. The sales for these flip-flops turn around and go to actually helping out folks in the I believe it's the Middle East. Is it Middle East?
Afghanistan, Colombia, and Laos.
Yes, and they're helping primarily they're helping the women and children be able to attend school, because obviously out there, thanks to things such as the caliphate and whatnot, they kind of frown on women doing school, especially women doing schooling of any kind. And the proceeds here go to pay for such things. They also have jewelry and stuff. The jewelry is a little bit, I say jewelry, it's a bracelet with a pendant on it, a couple of different designs. But the pendant is used mainly, or is made primarily from unexploded ordnance that has been dropped over in Laos, Vietnam, especially, and all those in Vietnam have this horrible stuff where they've carpet bombed like large areas.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it has not detonated, and even to this day, there are children and people will stumble onto this stuff and they'll get killed. So most of the proceeds, if not all the proceeds to these things, go to searching for the unexploded ordnance, and they dig it up and they properly dispose of it. But in disposing of it, they take pieces of this equipment and they make the pendants for said bracelets, and you guys can be a part of that.
That sounds pretty awesome, actually.
It is, actually. I don't have all of my info up, so I was just ad-libbing. You have
it's fine. Thank you for doing that. You can go to combatflipflops.com. That's combatflipflops.com. Use the promo code Defender25 and you can get 25% off your first purchase when you buy over at combatflipflops.com.
Yay.
What was it? What did I see over there a second ago? Oh yeah, Doc Thompson got run over by an Amtrak. Damn it. I'm thinking like Steven. No. You're welcome.
For all intents and purposes, that's not the worst thing that could happen to you.
Apparently, you're also making people seasick. Stop swinging.
No, stop moving. It's because I'm ashamed, and I'm moving. I know, I got it.
It's not because you're ashamed. If that was the case, you'd always be ashamed.
I'm always ashamed. If you haven't noticed me, yes, I'm getting yelled at by. Even Lori D's yelling at me. Good Lord, woman, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry.
Look at that. All right. Anyway, continuing on. So, did you know that people in California in the rural countries are declaring independence from the rest of the state?
Thank God. Thank God.
They've decided that they were done with being crazy and part of crazy.
Praise God, there's some smart Californians out there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the problem with it is it won't do any good.
No, it won't. It has no.
Just like the rural part of America has made its decision and its stand and made its opinion very clear. The cities and the major places such as New York City and California and Chicago have all said that we don't care and we're going to do what we want because we have money and we can corrupt people.
I don't care. I do what I want.
Catch me outside. How about that?
I do what I want.
I feel like I need to have that.
Catch me outside. No, we're not going to have that as a sounder. No.
Okay.
No. Not again.
But New California is swiftly taking over social media. On Monday, a fringe political group out of California called for the state's central, most rural counties to break away from the rest of the state. Organizers gathered in a government building outside of Sacramento for a reading of their own Declaration of Independence from California.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike the Calexit movements in the past, which gathered steam on Twitter after the election of Donald Trump, these Californians want to leave the Golden State, but not the country.
They want to be part of the country, but actually just, separate themselves, segregate themselves from the beach.
Yeah, which is... Unfortunately, it's not going to be very easy to do. Quote, well, it's been ungovernable for a long time. High taxes, education, you name it, said Robert Paul Preston, the movement's co-founder, told CBS in Sacramento. New California would be made up of roughly 15 million people across 42 counties, leaving the state's coastal urban enclaves like Los Angeles and San Francisco on their own. According to the group's website, the existing California would surrender between 24 and 27 seats to the U.S. House of Representatives to New California based on the 2016 population estimates.
Yes.
The split would result effectively in a blue California and a red California.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Preston believes that their paths to statehood that is legal. The group cites Article 5 Article 4, Section 3 of the U.S. Constitution, which allows a state to be formed from another state with the consent of the original state legislature and permission of U.S. Congress.
Yes.
It can be done, but I don't think it will be done.
It will be done, but it won't be at the same time.
It won't be.
Now, over on the Facebook, we're having people say things like, no smart Californians since Reagan. I have to disagree. The entire Daily Wire staff and crew.
Yeah. The problem with it is they're
housed.
Cali. Yeah, but they're housed in L.A. Do you think would they move? Do you think they would move if this happened? Do you think Shapiro and them would move their offices?
Yeah, probably. It'd be a lot cheaper. A hell of a lot cheaper.
Sure as hell would.
Yeah, it'd be a hell of a lot cheaper. And I mean, what's a few hours difference?
I mean, if they're moving, I don't think it makes a whole lot of difference. Preston told CBS Sacramento that the group has representatives from counties across the state, and it plans to organize over the next 10 to 18 months. Then engage in state legislature. Quote, we have to demonstrate that we can govern ourselves before we are allowed to govern, end quote, Preston said. This week, people took to Twitter to express the ranges of reactions. A break away from California is highly unlikely. The last state to be created out of another state was West Virginia during the Civil War.
Mountain Mama.
In the western part of the state declared independence only after Virginia left the Union and with the approval of President Lincoln.
Right, because it wanted to be part of the Union.
Yes.
Surprise, surprise.
Shocker. So it's
the shocker.
It sounds it's one of those things that look amazing on paper, and I am not doubting for a second that there are people out there who have the drive and the desire to make this happen. The problem with it is I don't foresee people carrying it all the way.
Right. You don't foresee people carrying it like the Antifa guy who carried AOC's rhetoric as part of his manifesto when he tried to firebomb ICE.
Wait a minute. That's a whole different level of commitment right there. That is. Woo.
You don't see that type of commitment in these folks, is what you're saying. You're saying these folks are not Antifa firebombing ICE with AOC rhetoric manifesto level of commitment.
Exactly. That's a level of commitment that you don't see on the right, especially.
See, this kid, who I'm not naming, tried to firebomb an ICE facility after being angered by a factually inaccurate portrayal of the facility, condemned what he claimed as our corporate for-profit concentration camps. He says, quote, I'm a black and white thinker. Racist.
That's racist.
Detention camps are an abomination. I'm not standing by. I really shouldn't have to say more than this, he wrote.
Of course.
Yeah. Last month, Ocasio-Cortez referred to the Migrant Detention Center as concentration camps and invoked other Holocaust language such as never again, which, by the way, never again is now.
We're not doing that. That's to the other place.
I don't care. It's a true thing and it's honest.
No, it's true, but it's not our thing.
Her comments ignited a firestorm of controversy and outrage at the end of Ocasio-Cortez's double down despite widespread condemnation, especially from the Jews and actual Holocaust survivors. Later in his manifesto, the self-avowed Antifa member encourages comrades and incoming comrades to arm themselves.
Why can't Antifa be original?
I don't know. They're still in our line too. They steal everything. You're not no. Here's why they can't be original. They're a copy of a communist movement from the Nazi era.
I get it. Their whole basis is made up and taken from other people. Got it. But still, just I would like to find one thing, one time, from these people that's original.
Well, how about this? How about this? How about this? And I quote,
Okay.
"We are now responsible for defending people from the predatory state. Ignore the law in arming yourself, and if you have the luxury, I did."
Huh.
Huh. Ignore the law, arm yourselves, defend people from the predatory state.
But that's not how that works. That's not how actually being a model citizen and caring for your country works. I hate to tell you this, buddy, but you're not doing anything for your cause. Matter of fact,
You're making it worse.
you're making it worse.
To firebomb a facility is terrorism,
Yes.
especially because it actually is due to a policy statement. You're regarding political statements while firebombing people. That means you are a terrorist by definition.
Yeah, and the same thing is going to happen to you. Is the same thing that's going to happen to these putzes, or possibly are going to go like try and ransack Area 51. You're an idiot. You know nothing about what's going on. You're not taking anything into actual accountability. You're just sitting here going, well, if there's enough of us, then we can force people. That's not how it works.
They now have 1 million people, by the way.
Well, whoop-de-damn-do.
It doesn't matter.
It's the military, dude. Do you really? I've heard this. I know everyone else has heard this as well. But when it comes to this thing, you don't announce this a month out.
No,
It's not
you
going to
don't.
bode well for you, pumpkin. Sorry.
It really isn't. It's not going to go well for you. I mean, you a month out, you announce that you're going to be at Area 51 and try and bombard it because, quote, they can't stop us all.
You clearly.
You
So hold on.
clearly don't know what's in Area 51.
Well, not just that. Let's just think about this for a second. So, America has the military capability to stop literally every foreign entity in the world, but we can't stop 1 million of our own people? Are you stupid? You must be. Because what makes you special? You attack a military facility, that's called terrorism. Look what happened to that dude that threw the grenade. What was his Hassan, Major Hassan, who threw the grenade in what was it, Fort Hood?
Oh, yeah.
In the military installation, and he threw the grenade. Oh, believe me, they got him. Do you think 1 million of you are going to get it?
No.
This is
No.
How did we get sucked into this? I meant it to speak it in passing as a connection, and somehow or another, my eye is twitching now.
You're welcome.
Stupid people. You know what all this is? Let them go. Let them go. It is out in the middle of the desert. They will never find the bodies. It will be gone. This is selective. This is natural selection at its finest. Godspeed, my friends.
Not holding it back anymore.
No, I'm done.
Let it go.
Let it go. Let it go. Okay, sorry.
Toss the key and slam the door.
Pretty much.
Maybe this will help calm you down. I know we've had a lot of APR coffee tonight, and by the way, APR Coffee, American Pride Roasters, the official coffee of Mojo 50 and us. I have the Washington blend.
I am drinking the Washington blend as well. You know what else goes good with the APR coffees? The Ministalgia.
Ooh, Ministalgia. That is true.
Go to Ministalgia.
That is true.
Isn't that how you spell it? MojoWildRice.com.
MojoWildRice.com. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now it is. Yeah. Right now it is. Ministalgia is MojoWildRice.com. You can go there, and if you do go there, they're still using their code Grill10. Get 10% off.
Grill time.
Grill10. You can get 10% off of all of their stuff, including their grill packs that they have available for you. Ministalgia is an amazing company. They the wild rice of the local areas and their natural grains.
Yes, I'm telling you, get you some of their stuff. They make the grain waffles. Get some of that. Cup of APR coffee from AmericanPrideRoasters.com.
They have the raspberry wine jellies, which are great as bases and stuff. Then you have the jerk seasoning packets that they have that you can put as a rub on your for your pork or your salmon or your chicken or anything else you want to do. They've got the maple sugars, the jalapeno pepper jams, They've got tons of stuff for you to try out. And don't ever forget the whipped honeys. So good with the whipped honeys. Check them out today, mojowildrice.com. That's mojowildrice.com. And if you go there, use the promo code GRILL10, you can get 10% off your grilling sampler pack today.
Yep. Need to do that. And AmericanPrideRoasters.com.
That's true.
Roasters.com. Get you some coffee. Get you some waffles. It's good
Yes,
stuff.
it's good stuff.
It's so good. It's so good. I think it's the first time we tried to collide two different people into one thing.
No, I've done it a couple times now.
Yeah, but I mean, we don't do it very often. But it's just, we don't talk about enough about the APRs and the
We
Miller
really
South.
don't. We really don't talk enough about APR, and I drink it every night. So.
I need to talk about food.
I really don't care what you need right now. I really don't care what you need at all.
Apparently,
Democrats.
They don't either, because they made it unanimous. It was unanimous, man. Like
Unanimous?
unanimous.
Unanimous.
As the House passes bill forcing schools to let male athletes compete in girls' sports. Now, I remember a time.
Do
where...
you remember a time?
I got that. Okay. Do you remember, girl? Okay. I remember back when it used to be a thing where girls fought tooth and nail to be able to compete in boys' sports at a boys' level. And now we have gone full circle to where now it's, please let me play with the girls because I don't have the ability or the drive to be able to do it at a man's level like I should. Because that's exactly what it is. We're men especially, but children are not challenged anymore. And because they're not challenged to be everything that they possibly can be, God, this sounds like an Army promo. They're
all that you can be.
Because they're not doing that. There's no challenge involved. They're like, well, screw it. If I'm going to have to do this, I might as well go as easy as humanly possible. Therefore, the guys are trying to go into the female sports because they can at least dominate there.
It's the easy way.
It is the easy way. The democratically controlled House of Representatives voted on Friday 236 to 173 in favor of the Equality Act, which would require schools to include male athletes who identify as transgender girls on female sports teams.
Stop.
No, I did.
How about we have the non-gendered act? All sports will no longer have a gender qualification. It doesn't matter what gender you are. It doesn't matter what anything you call yourself. We will see how you compete, bar none, men and women all together.
Oh.
All the rest. You know what? We're even going to say you go into the same locker room. Everything's there, all out in the open. Let it go.
No. I'm going to tell you my problem with this actually has nothing actually to do with the whole, well, guys are going to be playing girls sports because they don't actually have the skill and ability to do it on their own. My problem is the House of Representatives has no right to be voting on something like this.
Right. Well, it does when you have an education
Yeah, when you have
section.
Yes. When it's government funded education, they do kind of get to pick and choose whatever the hell they want to. Again, local level, folks, do your homework and fix it at the local level, and this crap will stop because it's not up to the House of Representatives for the United States to be voting on something like this. There's more important things that are going on. A lot bigger fish to fry.
Yep. But
this
instead, this is what we have to deal with. We have to deal with this mess. And you know what? Until we can do it individually by state and let each state or each town represent it, I will continue to say, mix it all up.
I mean,
all genderless sports all the way up actually all the way up through. Don't even worry about it. Even pro sports, now completely genderless, nothing involved there. It will not be a point of contention from here on out. No issue whatsoever.
They could go into so much deeper on this, but we're not going to right now. Let's just
they go in very deep inside of the locker room too. Thank you. All right. Bell count for today.
Good evening, Mojo 50. I'm Leprechaun, and here with your bell count grade for the day. Today we had 18 missed innuendo bells, 52 actual bells, and 14 AOCs, and 3 rim shots. Give us a grade of B+. Peace out, y'all. See you tomorrow.
That's right. B+. Now, hashtag Free Ranger. Dictator Blue Waffle, you better get rid of that dog. Let that dog out of the cage. Who let the dogs out? You. You did.
You.
Do the right thing. This has been Defenders Live, DOAShow.com, mojo50.com. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.